All right, everybody, welcome to the Triangle. It's a good day. It's a Sunday. How are you?
It's like 11:30.
Yeah, but it's still Sunday. I'm David Huffman, TJ Hopkins, Alice Rodriguez. We got you on the 411. We're going to tell you some stuff, and you're going to learn some things. College football, golf,
First
NCAA.
time ever, by the way, we're talking about golf.
Yeah, we never talked about golf on the Triangle. It's winner, chicken dinner time. All right, so first, the top four came out today. We good?
Honestly, it's what we all expected, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can make whatever you can say whatever you want about the Big Ten champ not getting in, but what can you do at this point?
I think the only mistake was not putting Washington at 3. Because if you're valuing conference championships, and I know you don't put Penn State in, but if you're valuing the conference championship and the blowout they put on in
Colorado,
the
in a good Colorado team.
yeah, so they should have moved up to 3, and Ohio State should be playing.
I think I have a really big problem with Ohio State getting in over Penn State. I don't know what it is. There's something about it just rubs me the wrong way.
It's
they didn't win their division, they didn't win their conference, and I understand that they had a tough schedule. But when you really look at break it down,
their only tough opponent was
Oklahoma. I mean, their other out of conference when they play Bowling Green.
First game of the season, put up 77 points.
I mean, the Big Ten. I mean, yeah, they played the Big Ten.
So
but
outside of Michigan, their only toughest competition.
Wisconsin.
Did they play Wisconsin?
No, they didn't play Wisconsin.
They didn't play with. I mean, come on. This is when I Ohio State. There has to be the committee has to come out with they have to come out with a criteria. Why did Ohio State get in over Penn State? And why did Ohio State get over Oklahoma? Oklahoma won their conference. They only have 2 losses, and their only 2 losses were to a really good Houston team at the time in Ohio State.
Here is the issue at hand. Now this is gonna burn Ohio State fans. Urban Meyer 2 years ago when the first college playoff came out. And everybody made the hoopla of, TCU didn't get in because TCU won the Big 12, but they don't have a conference championship game, so they're not an outright conference champion, so they were at number 5. You see the point of why is Ohio State in? That would probably bug them. Number 2, Urban Meyer said that outright conference champions or not winning your conference championship, you do not deserve to be in the top 4. What do you say to that? What do you say after being now number 3 in the country?
Something about it just rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Penn State won their conference and they won a division which has Ohio State in it, and they don't get in. They win the Big Ten. They actually win the Big Ten, and Ohio State gets in over them, and they beat Ohio State.
They beat.
I know they beat them on the last play of the game, but that shouldn't matter. Who cares? They still won.
It really shouldn't have mattered. The problem is people are gonna. Well, I'm just happy that they're ahead of Michigan. I'm happy that they're 5 at least. At that point, that's respectable.
I agree.
They're going to face a quality team in the Rose Bowl against USC. Blah 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 blah. But if you're gonna merit conference championships as the end all be all, what you're looking for in a playoff, you should give it to either Penn State or Oklahoma. Or Penn State. Oklahoma should not get it.
Or they should at least announce the criteria. They should just straight up tell us this is the kind of stuff, this is the tier of things that we look for and what matters more to the committee. So they must have thought the strength of schedule, which I think was 3rd in the country.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. And
Washington's had the 3rd straight. I think they were better than Ohio State's strength of schedule.
Maybe down the stretch, because
down the stretch. Yeah, I think I saw something about that.
Because they played Washington State and Colorado, who were all in the top 10 at the time.
And like I said, Oklahoma only had 2 losses, but their first loss was to a Houston team
who was good at the time.
But at the end of the day,
they were in the top 10.
But at the end of the day, Houston's not a Power 5 school, and they whatever it is that they have against non-Power 5 schools, it is strong because Houston is not.
There's no money in it. There's no money in it. There's no money in putting those non-top 5. There's no power. Nobody's going to show up. Look at our stadium.
Then why make the rule?
Look at our stadium.
Exactly.
It's empty.
Then why make the rule to have the non-Power 5 conference?
That's the Cotton Bowl.
That's the Cotton Bowl. Okay, the Cotton Bowl.
It's not the top 4. It's not the national championship. It's not the big. These bowls have become irrelevant. Who cares who goes to the Rose Bowl? Who cares who goes to the Orange Bowl? Who goes to the Cotton Bowl? None of them matter. They don't matter anymore.
I do.
They've made them irrelevant.
They matter to fans.
And I understand they still matter to the kids that go to those games and still want to win. But big picture, they don't matter.
For the Rose Bowl,
it's all about money.
The Rose Bowl is quote unquote the granddaddy of them all.
No, it doesn't. What you get for for what? What do you win?
You win
It's
the
not
Rose
for. It's
Bowl.
not
The
for.
Grand didn't even
It's
lost
not for
March
the
Madness
national
parade.
championship anymore.
That's the granddaddy of
It
them
is
all.
a beautiful game.
It is nice, yeah.
The Cotton Bowl has
but
been
they've
there for
made them
4 years.
irrelevant. They're all just cash grabs at this point. They don't have they're just like playing a game just to get a bunch of money from people, and that's it.
And the NFL isn't doing that every week.
Every
And the
Thursday,
NBA
absolutely.
Yeah, and the NBA isn't doing that
No.
every single 2 days.
No.
Or in the NHL isn't.
No, wait.
During
NCAA
with the
not
Winter
doing that?
Classics
Like
and the
college
outdoor
basketball
games.
No,
not doing
no,
that?
they're not.
Are you kidding? The outdoor games in the Winter Classic and the Centennial game that the NHL is
Yeah,
gonna
but
make
that is a vanity thing. That like those games are just vanity stuff, like stuff you don't normally have. This is just a bowl game.
Bowl games are technically on neutral sites that you don't. Those kids are never gonna play. Most of those kids will never play in AT&T Stadium.
Okay.
Most of those kids will never play in a college stadium.
I know it's exciting for them. I'm not going to argue with the fact that yes, it's a really cool thing for the students, but for like big picture, like it doesn't really matter. It's just a bunch of whoever the universities go, they just get a bunch of money and then they take it back to the university and then they waste it.
I'm going to be watching every single bowl game. I am that person that December 22nd, whenever the bowl season starts, I watch every bowl game because you know what?
You know, like
as a-
NIU went to the Orange Bowl and then we got the Husky Pups.
And yeah, that was a waste of money.
Here's I mean, I want to
We're gonna build a horseshoe stadium that nobody's gonna go to.
You know why? Because we didn't win the Orange Bowl. This is why Western Michigan is getting all their glory, all their coverage, not just PJ Fleck. They're 13-0. We went to the Orange Bowl 12-1. If we would have won that Orange Bowl, we would have gotten the same presence and the same respect as Boise State did after they won their Fiesta Bowl.
I don't think so.
And then we went to that Fiesta Bowl the year after, going 13-0, beating Bowling, supposedly crappy Bowling Green team in the MAC championship, we would have beat Baylor that year too, as UCF did with Blake Bortles and UCF.
My team would have beat Baylor.
We would have beat Baylor. Jordan Lynch would have ran over that defense like Blake Bortles did.
Our defense couldn't stop Baylor either.
No,
But
that's the
regardless,
point.
if we would have won
But
that,
that's not even the point. So like, I just have I like the fact that Iowa State got in. It bothers me a little bit. I think
Iowa State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. I
Like there has to, like conference titles have to mean something. Like you should get something for winning your conference. They get the 5th spot. They get to go to the Rose Bowl.
So how about
That's
this?
super.
How about
they,
this?
they beat Ohio State. They're the only team to beat Ohio State all year, and they're behind them.
So what? So are you suggesting an 18 playoff?
No. Because,
It doesn't matter. Like if you expand, someone's gonna get left out.
no matter how many teams you end up making it, there's always going to be
Someone's gonna get
the
left out.
NCAA. The basketball tournament has 68 teams that get in, and every year there's like who got snubbed. They talk about the snubs when 68 teams get in. How many are they going to have? They can make it 16 teams that get in, and then 32, and then 64. There's just going to be a big mess of football.
You know
that'd be sweet though. I would
Yeah,
be all
awesome.
about that.
Here's the thing, though. That 18 playoffs coming in like 2-3 years.
I don't think so.
Yes, they will.
There are too
Here's the thing.
If anything,
There are
I
too
wouldn't.
many
If anything,
problems
I
at
wouldn't mind
4.
if it was 6. If they did a 6
too many
team,
problems
they gave
at
like
4.
2 teams a bye. They gave 2 teams a bye, and then like the other 4 kind of. Because there's always 6. Like it always seems like there's 6 teams in the conversation.
How about this for the
yeah.
How about this for 18 playoffs? This is the scenario. Nick Portapillo, he did one of my Top Shelf podcasts. This is what the scenario is. You do the 18 playoff like this. You do your 5 Power 5
winners,
champions. They go in automatically.
the highest seed from some outside Power 6.
Yes,
and
the
then
highest
2
seed-
wild cards.
The 2 wild cards, yes. And in that way, you're gonna leave those 2 teams. You have to figure out who they are. But in that way, you're technically not leaving out the best team possible. You have 8 quality teams, and you can shuffle out those seeds. That would be a good scenario. And you're giving that G5 a chance. Not saying they're gonna win that game, but you're giving them a chance.
This is the problem though. Like the more and more you expand on these playoffs,
The more somebody's gonna get left
No,
out.
no. It's not that. It's like the more you dilute the regular season by adding more teams to get into the playoffs. The reason that the regular season matters now is because if you lose 1 game, you're basically finished. 2 games, like if you lose 1 or 2 games, it's over.
Depending on who you are.
Penn State, like they lost 2 games. They really didn't have a chance, even though they won the Big Ten.
Like Michigan had a better chance at making
The
Final Four than
we're
Penn State
not
did.
even talking about college basketball right now because their regular season doesn't matter. It's totally irrelevant.
Doesn't matter until March.
You're really right. Even when college basketball tries to get these out of conference games, like these big Kentucky versus Kansas, like I want to watch that game, but does it really matter? No, because they're still top 10.
And not to mention, those teams are still going to win enough games to get against. Like this isn't going to make or break their season. Like losing the game, oh no.
Especially like this early on, like yeah.
Because as you add more and more teams to anything, like you add them all, you're just going to dilute the regular season and make it more and more meaningless.
So the matchups are Alabama, Washington, Clemson, Ohio State. Who do you pick between those four?
I mean, obviously, you got to pick Alabama in Georgia. Come on. Like, that is such a cupcake. You knew that the Peach Bowl was going to be one of them, and you knew Alabama was going to get that game because, hey, number 1 seed, Peach Bowl. Get all the fan base there.
Washington could have got more hosts.
Which is why he said Ohio State should have been 4 and Washington should have been 3.
Because at that point, you're making it a fair game.
Where's the other game at?
And you know the committee also made it so Ohio State and Alabama face each other in the national championship, which would bring all the revenue and every single fan of college football into that stadium.
Nick Saban versus Urban Meyer. It's probably at the Dallas place.
Is it
TNT Stadium?
Did he just sign a huge extension to go there?
They're not Jeff Fisher.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, so we all know what the end result. Unfortunately, Washington, great season. Yeah. So Ohio State and
Clemson's interesting.
They're interesting because they're only here for one reason only, is to win and beat Alabama because they know they got to.
Ohio State, Clemson's in Phoenix,
which is far away for both fan bases. It's not a home game for anybody.
That would have made more sense to put the other game, like Alabama, Washington, like there
in Phoenix.
Yeah, because
the Arizona Cardinal Stadium.
Yeah,
because then Atlanta is in the middle between where Carolina is and
Georgia. I mean, Ohio State, not really.
At least
that would be,
these are the okay.
That would be
more
a
triangle effect.
That would be more
the triangle effect going on.
That would be more of a home game for Clemson because of location. But still, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but
I get what you're saying too. So yeah.
I'm going to take Alabama.
I mean,
I don't even think any of these games.
It's not going to matter because
I don't think Alabama's going to even get contested by any of these teams.
Unless
in the top four. I think they're that good.
It's set up for a Alabama Clemson rematch.
It's set up that way, but I think the problem is you give Alabama so much credit, and then you face a team like Ohio State going into the first year of the playoff, and they won. They beat them in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
You could surprise anybody. And that Clemson Alabama game last year was good.
But
it
that
was
Ohio State team. That Ohio State team was.
You had Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Zeke.
No one on that Alabama defense was crop top Zeke. No one on that Alabama defense was he put up over 200 yards.
And not to mention Alabama's quarterback is a freshman, and he hasn't really been tested much really this season. Like if you can get some pressure on him, making some air throws, because he's
look at that LSU team.
If you can pressure him a little bit,
even though LSU lost, they kind of. They submitted a blueprint. I'm not saying they finished it, but they created a blueprint on how to beat Alabama.
You just have to
the SEC championship, Florida got off to a really quick start. They moved the ball. They scored they scored it nothing. I mean, nothing really happened, but nothing helped. Nothing really happened after that. But they came out the gate swinging, and that's what you had to do. They came out the gate, they marched right down the field. They scored the first touchdown on Alabama in 17 quarters or something like that.
You can't have
insane.
Fear. You can't have any fear going into an
their defenses. The thing that worries me is Ohio State's offense against if they were to make it, their offense looks terrible at times. It looks real stagnant.
Against good defenses, they just have played awful. Mm-hmm. I mean, case in point, they blew out Oklahoma because they don't have a good defense. But against Michigan, they were...
In Michigan State, they only beat them by 1.
Only beat them by 1.
Only beat them by 1 at Michigan State, and their season was just
Michigan State had probably the worst 3-9. The worst record.
They haven't been that bad in a long time. But some other notable bowls, like we said.
Let's talk about a couple of these other ones. Let's talk about the big 5 bowls, I guess. Rose Bowl. So Penn State. I think that's a good game. I think that's a good game. I think it's a good game.
Trace McSorley is going to throw the ball. Did you see that game?
I did.
It was unbelievable. It was so awesome. Trace was throwing the ball everywhere on that second.
He looked like a gunslinger.
When you get down by that much, you really don't have a choice. I'm just sort of throw my team.
No, he was throwing wide receivers open.
No, I understand. I understand. But when you get down by that much, you're playing with house money a little bit. You're either going to bring the team back, or it's just going to fall apart. Because they were losing by 3 touchdowns at one point, and then he was like, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna throw the football and see what happens." Like you're not really playing with anything to lose.
And Corey Clement he was fumbling the ball early. I mean, Wisconsin covered twice.
Not to mention, I think Penn State read the writing on the wall before the game even started. That even if they won the game, they probably weren't gonna get into the top 4.
Well, I don't even think the point was.
Kirk Herbstreit tried to make an argument for him, but it's like, nah, dude, that's a losing battle. Like, just move on.
It's a losing battle, and both teams had arguments to get in. Even Wisconsin, regardless, they weren't. I mean, Penn State had a better argument than Wisconsin at the end of the day.
They should have got in. I don't know.
It's just Orange Bowl, Michigan, Florida State.
Okay, let me tell you, Michigan got robbed. Louisville got robbed. Why is Louisville not in that game?
Because they have 3 losses.
Look, you don't want to showcase Lamar Jackson?
I don't think
you're a Heisman.
They don't have. I think Florida State finished with a better record. They have finished higher in the rankings than Louisville. I think pretty sure
Louisville beat Florida State.
Yeah, but the rankings
they destroyed.
Yeah, they did.
You still don't want to showcase the Heisman Trophy winner, in a big bowl game against that Michigan. That story would be Lamar.
If he wins the Heisman, I think
Deshaun
Watson made a push at the end.
He turned over the ball way too much this season to win the Heisman. He'll be second.
They had the same record. Louisville and Florida State were both 9-3.
Well, yeah, but they lost out of conference games. I don't know, but
they were both 9-3.
What was their different record in conference?
The only thing is, Louisville had a better record in conference. The only thing is that Kentucky loss looms bigger for Louisville, which is why they're not in the Orange Bowl. But this just means this is a game.
It's one of those good old boys, getting the same teams in the Orange Bowls and playing the same things all the time.
Good old boy.
I mean, here's the thing. This is a game where Jim Harbaugh's just going to tell that defense, "Hey, if you don't hold them under 15, I'm going to transfer all you." I mean, let's just be real.
I don't think he's going to say that. But and then what you really wanted to touch on, we're going to talk about the Cotton Bowl.
Yes.
And Western Michigan, the pride of the MAC.
This year.
The pride of the MAC.
This year.
Versus Wisconsin.
Like, truth be told, for Western Michigan, it's Corey Davis or bust.
A whole pack of Badgers.
What? Corey Davis? Okay. There's a guy from me and David's hometown, Jarvion Franklin, went to Victor J. Andrew, our alma mater, I guess you could speak.
Yeah.
He runs the ball hard. He's a good running back. Corey Davis is a stud. He's a 3rd round pick for the NFL draft.
He was only a 2-star.
Zach Terrell he's a Manning Award finalist, which you don't say that about a MAC QB. Jordan Lynch wasn't even in that discussion. He only has 2 interceptions.
He was only a runner-up for the Heisman.
Which is, I don't know, way more important.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Western Michigan is a great shot at beating Wisconsin.
Finalist for the Heisman or winning some award named after
Peyton Manning
or Archie. Well, one of the Mannings.
I think it was Archie.
A. Manning.
Give me the Heisman. Yeah. Anyway,
but he actually did win the Peyton Manning Award. Or is he just a finalist for it?
He's a finalist for it.
It's like with him, He's not gonna win.
He's not gonna win it, but it's still okay. I'm just saying, I'm on the MAC high. It gives the MAC money. It gives NIU money. This is just an all-around good thing for the MAC, and all the salty NIU fans can stop it.
And then what about when the steamroll happens?
Because it might happen.
It could happen. The steamroll.
You really?
West Virginia, Wisconsin's defense is one of the best in the country.
That's why they gave up 38 points and almost 400 yards to Penn State.
Okay,
that's why they surrendered. That's why they were going to surrender 3-touchdown lead.
Only scoring 3 points in the second half.
Okay, that's Penn State, not Western Michigan. I guarantee if Wisconsin gets a 3-touchdown lead.
You don't believe in PJ Fleck? The Fleck effect? You don't believe in the man?
This is going to Purdue.
This is going to go to Purdue and wear the same colors.
Didn't he? They had 1 win last year, right?
Who?
Western Michigan.
No, they won their first bowl game ever. They were 8-5.
His first season coaching them, he won 1 win.
Yeah, 1-11, and then 8-5 and 8-5.
And now 13-0.
He's going to another school.
No, he's not.
I would make.
He has to do this year, next year.
He's done it for 3 straight years.
No, he hasn't.
He's won their first bowl game last year. Now he's
went 8-5.
But he's also developed players. Like he took that receiver who was a 2-star prospect coming out of
Davis.
Yeah, Corey Davis. He was a 2-star prospect coming out, and he's gonna be a draft pick. He's gonna be like a second day guy.
Oh yeah, he's the lead. He leads the country in receiving yards, I think.
He leads the NCAA in NCAA in receiving yards and catches. He has the record.
He's still only probably a second round.
Yeah,
third round.
Second or third.
Yeah,
high as late second, early third rounder.
Yeah, I just, I'm excited for Western Michigan, and I think it's fun for the MAC. But our schools that for the MAC just don't belong in those games. Like, they just don't belong.
What if we won the Orange Bowl? Would you be saying that?
We're never going to win the Orange Bowl.
Okay, I'm not saying...
For 3.5 quarters, it was 7-3.
Thank you.
Stop it.
Thank you.
We were never... I was watching the game from home. I never felt like we were ever going to take the lead.
I did. I was there personally with the marching band.
It was 7-3.
That's because you were on the high. You were like,
Doesn't mean anything.
It was 7-3 for 3.5 quarters.
It was a close
But it
game.
never felt like I never felt like Northern Illinois. I never felt like our team was going to make the plays that were required to win that game. Where our offense was just predictable and boring. We ran the same plays over and over again, and EJ Manuel was making a bunch of mistakes, which proved why he wasn't a pro quarterback. And that's the way the game played. And like, they would drive the ball on us, and EJ Manuel would get picked off. And
for that right there, you didn't think NIU had a chance because EJ Manuel would make mistakes that
But it never felt like we were not moving the football on them. We just weren't.
Okay, David. Moving on.
Moving on. I could go on forever about this.
I swear to God I could, but moving on.
Let's go on. Let's move on to golf. That's what happens. All right, you upset me. We go to golf.
Upset you.
Really upset you. We're talking about hockey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd rather.
Corey Crawford.
No. Stop it. You better knock it off right now. There's no hockey on this channel. All right, Tiger Woods.
One day there's gonna be hockey on.
No, never.
Anyway,
not on any day. Maybe when I retire.
Which will be never.
All right, Tiger Woods. So golf is better when Tiger's playing well and good. When he's going into the last day of that Sunday, and he's got the red shirt on. He's got that victory shirt on. That's good. That's when golf is good.
Except he didn't win.
But did he have the red shirt on?
Yeah, he had the red shirt on. But like I said, like golf is just better with Tiger Woods because he has that mystique on people. It's just like when he's walking up and down that fairway, and it's just like, yo, that's like, even though he's like, this is his best overall play in like years. Like, people still like even when he was terrible and before he took his hiatus, like, people were like, yo, man, that's Tiger Woods. Like, that's Tiger Woods. Like, hey, like, what more can be said? It's 14 majors. Like,
I think it's a little sad though that we're impressed the fact that he got through the entire tournament. Like, that's how low at the low point of his career he's at right now. The fact that he got through the entire tournament was an accomplishment.
And like, he day one of the tournament, he shot +1, which is 1 over par. Then he followed that up on Saturday shooting a 65, which is 7 under.
No bogeys.
No bogeys, no nothing. It's just like, wow. Like, Tiger did what?
Yeah.
But you also have to think about it. Also, he's not playing with anybody else. Like, you're basically playing alone, so he can go at his own pace. He doesn't have to try to rush himself. So when he gets into, like, the bigger tournaments, he's going to be in a group of people that all have to go all together.
He finished today 4 under. I mean, it's something he's, like you say, he's out there. He finished the tournament. And, like, let's just see, like, hopefully, like, he can build something and go on to the next one and go on to the next one.
Maybe win one more major. That's what we're just hoping, for him to win one more major. And then maybe he'll retire. The problem with golf is always this, the illusion that you're going to have Tiger Woods. And not the fact that you have to maybe move on a little bit. You have stars like Rory McIlroy.
I think they already have moved on.
And Jordan Spieth.
I think golf is like way beyond. Like, I think it's
Tiger
Woods coming back was like Tiger Woods.
It moves on, but it's like every time you hear that name Tiger Woods, they got to go back to it because once again, that's like you really think if Rory McIlroy took that much time off that people would really care?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, he also wasn't as dominant as Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is like his dominance wasn't.
Or Phil Mickelson. If Phil Mickelson took that much time off, do you think golf would really care?
I mean, a little, like a slight bit, but not enough to be like Tiger Woods. You need that name. You need that.
I think it also gives it a lot of credibility. So, like, these other golfers that are, like, you know, like, trying to take the torch from Tiger, because he hasn't been around, like, they haven't really been able to, get the torch from him because he hasn't played.
And that's the problem.
And, like, so if Tiger's, like, you know, playing and, like, they're beating him in tournaments and, like, it's close and, like, you're kind of, like, you see Tiger, like, kind of, like, yeah, like.
And that's the thing, though, like.
You know, like LeBron passing the torch to KD, or, like, you know, KD, or giving the torch to whoever.
Well, never mind. But, like, anyway, like you said,
Kobe giving it to
Kobe give that's a better
LeBron.
One. That's a better one. Anyway, but like you said, like
LeBron giving it
the
to
problem with
the Greek freak, Paul George.
Stop. Stop.
We're talking about golf right now.
You don't even want to put NBA in this show.
I know.
I'm trying to push it.
But like the problem with like
I'm just trying to make a reference.
The problem with golf, like passing, like Tiger passing the quote unquote torch, is that every year that you think that someone's gonna get past the torch, like they have a like they start off high and then they just like they crash, like Jordan Spieth. Like Jordan Spieth looked like he was gonna be golf's next big thing, and then he collapsed at the Masters.
You don't even hear about him now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you don't even hear about the kid anymore. This is a 22.
Jason Day.
Like
Jason Day was supposed to be something big, and he's been good, but he's average.
Like that's the problem. Like that's why you need a Tiger Woods, because as long as Tiger Woods is still quote unquote playing, he has the torch.
And those kids are never gonna get there.
He has the torch.
The other thing is, like, you could basically play professional golf until you're like 80. Like, you can play a long time.
He has the torch. Like that's the problem with passing the torch. Like every sport, like every major sport has like that one great dude who passes the torch down to a younger up and coming dude. Except golf, like Tiger Woods, he got that torch in like the 90s, and he hasn't let it go since. Even though he's been terrible like the last few years, because golf has had a champion here and a champion there.
I think if we were to look at ratings, like from like
it's better with Tiger Woods.
Like if we look at ratings just from like this tournament, I bet this tournament, like the ratings on this tournament compared to like the last couple of years, I bet this was like through the roof.
Not just the last couple of years. I forgot that.
I don't remember.
Like,
it doesn't matter.
That's the thing.
It doesn't matter.
That's the point. If this is like a little dinky little tournament,
it is.
But Tiger Woods is in it, that rating shoots up.
The only reason
It's called the Hero World Challenge.
The only reason we're even talking about this particular tournament is because Tiger Woods is in it.
Yeah.
It don't matter who else was in it.
And it's like
they didn't even talk about anybody else. They didn't show anybody else again. They don't even talk about the guy who won the game. They won the tournament. Who won the tournament? Who won it?
It was a Japanese dude.
What?
Yeah, he shot 18. He shot 18.
Fowler and Dustin Johnson.
He shot like this dude from Japan. I can't say his name, so I'm not even gonna attempt. He shot 18.
Yeah.
He shot 18 under, and you never even heard about him. He shot 18.
Tell me what he looks
under.
like.
I can't.
You mean Matsuyama?
Matsuyama.
Matsuyama.
He shot 18 under, and
he won $1 million.
Won $1 million, and no one's talking about him. They're talking about Tiger Woods.
I haven't seen his highlights even. Like I haven't.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten anything about him. And Ricky Fowler and Dustin Johnson fished 4 or 5.
And like they shot well over 10 under, like over 10 under. And it's like they not even talk about it. All because Tiger Woods went -4 and finished the tournament and looks like he's gonna come back. And it's like that's the mistake. That's that Tiger mystique that we're talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't have a picture even. All right, all right. So like we all agree, golf is better with Tiger Woods, and we kind of hope that he gets back to being like the dominant red shirting wearing.
Because truth be told,
winning Tiger Woods.
Like many Americans, I only care about golf when Tiger Woods is playing. Like truth be told, I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm the same way.
Just stop cheating on your wife. And
I don't think he doesn't have a wife anymore.
See, why you have to go there?
I'm just saying his career ended because he cheated on his wife. And that's not saying other superstars don't do that. I bet you a lot of superstars do that.
I think he also had injuries and such.
You ain't have to air his dirty laundry like that, man. I mean, granted, people already know, but
people
still.
know.
Yeah, people know.
It's on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah, it's on.
Why you gotta bring?
I'm just saying.
Fact don't remain. Why you gotta bring up old stuff?
All right, let's switch gears a little bit, and we'll go over to the end of the NBA, but to NCAA this time. So no NBA. The people that want to get into the NBA. You know, so there's some freshmen in the country right now that are pretty good. You know, this is a pretty good freshman class.
Mm-hmm.
Alonzo Ball, he balled on Kentucky. Was it Saturday?
Yes, Saturday.
I didn't even realize that.
It was on CBS. It was the CBS game because they had all the bowl games everywhere else. Or not it was CBS before SEC's championship.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty good game. It was pretty fun to watch, and UCLA beat them.
Fun fact about sort of a fun fact about Alonzo Ball. He was Mr. Basketball. Like he was like one of the top players in the country coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to Chino Hills High School in California. He has 2 younger brothers and a cousin that played on that team with him. And it's like that's not fair. Too, like, you gotta see his highlight tape, because, like, when he was in high school, he made some dude fall, and he extended his hand to help him up, and, like, the teammates of the dude that he made fall, he, like, went over and slapped his hand away, like get away from me, like, that. I think that is the most disrespectful thing you could ever do. Like, first, you made me fall. 2, don't extend your hand to help me up. Like, that's, like, no. Don't
so
do
you hit
that.
the shot over him, too?
No, like, the ref called, like, a blocking foul, but it wasn't a blocking foul. He just literally made him fall.
So he crossed him over and
the ref like blocking foul, like he blew his. I'm like, oh, you petty. But anyway, Lonzo Ball, he's averaging.
Lonzo Ball go to the line and make some free throws.
I think they turned it off.
That was a charge.
No, it was a blocking foul.
Oh, so he went to the line.
Or ball out.
Ball
out. Yeah, he
I guess that's not really relevant.
But like he. it's the fact that he made the dude fall, and then he extended his hand to help him up.
That's good sportsmanship.
And his teammate was like, "Make your hand."
No, maybe he didn't mean it in a disrespectful way. Maybe he just really values sportsmanship, and he felt bad that he made this guy fall, and that's a really good character quality.
Maybe, but if Lonzo Ball decides to come out, he has the potential to be the number 1 overall pick. But I don't know if he's gonna. My thing is, I don't know if he's gonna come out right away because his two younger brothers, like one's a senior this year, and the youngest one, he's a sophomore, so he might be gone by the time the baby brother gets to college. But his the second oldest, both of them verbally committed to UCLA already. So
wow.
Yeah, so like if he stays in college for one more year, he could play with his brother, his middle brother next year. But by the time baby brother gets to college, he should be in the NBA already. So like that's.
So all 3 of them go to the NBA. You're gonna have all 3 like
all spread around.
Lonzo's at UCLA right now.
So 5 years we could have 3 balls in the NBA.
LaMelo, that's the senior.
LaMelo. That's an excellent
That's his name. Fun fact about LaMelo, he put up 56 points one night and then 72 points the next night. And granted, it's high school. And then
how many shots did he take?
I don't know, but the younger brother, the younger brother, his name is LiAngelo, and he's supposed to be like when it's all said and done, he's supposed to be better than the older 2.
Wow.
What the heck?
Oh, wow.
Well, that family's talented.
6'5", LiAngelo's 6'5", and LaMelo's 6'5", and LiAngelo's like 6 feet.
He's gonna grow.
He's gonna grow some.
Triple threat.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. And the best part of it is, when UCLA is good in college basketball is better.
No, it's not.
You have your traditional programs. What do you mean?
You
haven't missed the Kevin Love days of UCLA Bruins basketball?
No, I haven't, dude. I don't feel like college basketball teams have that kind of luster.
If Kentucky started to suck, you wouldn't.
They did suck for a long time. I didn't notice or care.
I guess you just don't care.
You're right. I don't. I like Kansas. I mean, Kansas is fun. And the Kansas never stinks, so that's always fun.
That's because Kansas keeps their players.
And they had Kirk Heinrich, which is fun. I love Kirk Heinrich.
All right. The next freshman sensation is Kentucky's guard Malik Monk.
What about Jaleel Fox or the other guy, the point guard?
Malik Monk, that dude is
Fox. Yeah. Fox, do they have?
Oh yeah, I
I'm sure they have more freshmen.
They have more, but
scale apart. They're all one and done anyway.
But Malik Monk is insanely athletic. He's averaging 19 a game.
He can flat shoot the rock.
He has to get his assist up. He's only averaging. It's still early, but he only averages 2 assists a game.
He's a shooting guard.
If he can get that up to he should be able to get that up to at least 5.
And he's got a flamethrower.
4.5 to 5.
He's got a flamethrower. He doesn't need to pass the ball. Everybody passes to him.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of 3-headed monsters, Duke has 3 freshmen. One, Harry Giles. He's the number 1. He was actually the number 1 recruit, but he's not playing right now. He's injured, but he's expected to come back this year. And then they got Jason Tatum. He was a top 5 recruit.
Is that the brother of the other Tatum that used to play for Tennessee?
I'm not sure. I would have to do some digging on that. And Frank Jackson. So they have a 3-headed monster.
Is that Reggie Jackson's brother?
I don't know. Everybody, what is it with you wanting everybody to be brothers and cousins and uncles and nephews and all that?
Well, yeah, we had all these balls.
Fathers and sisters.
Well, Vince Carter and Tracy Brigade were cousins.
Yeah, they were. They didn't go to college. They didn't go to college together either.
I didn't think Tracy Brigade didn't even go to college.
He didn't. He went straight out of high school.
Anyway, kids should go straight from.
Anyway, but
no, they shouldn't, dude. Totally disagree. They should be in the college longer.
Anyway.
They should at least lock up an associate's degree so you have like all these players that are broke when they're done.
Anyway, Jason Tatum is...
They don't know how to manage any of their money. Like Dennis Rodman.
Anyway. God. Anyway, Jason Tatum's averaging 10 and 8. He should be able to get a double-double by the time the season's over. Frank Jackson is averaging 15 and 2, but like David said, he's a 2 guard, but Duke has a lot. The benefit for these 3 freshmen that they play with a lot of upperclassmen, so their numbers are going to potentially be bolstered.
It's also because they play for Duke and they play like a lot of players.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for Duke. They have Grayson Allen, who's obviously their captain, has been their captain for 2 years, and Emile Jefferson. They have a stacked team, regardless of those 3 freshmen. They're gonna be unbelievable.
And
Grayson Allen is
he's a stud.
He's
I mean, he's
I don't know what his pros prospect.
I don't either.
I don't
He's
honestly,
undersized to play anymore.
But the bottom line is, the last freshman on the list is Michigan State's forward Miles Bridges, who's probably potentially getting overlooked right now because Michigan State is 5-4, and they are not.
They're gonna bounce back.
They're gonna bounce back, of course.
They're gonna eventually make the tournament. Everybody makes the tournament.
It's Michigan State in time. Granted, Michigan State probably played a tough out of conference schedule.
I think they played Duke. Didn't they just play Duke?
They played Duke not too long ago.
For the ACC.
And the game was competitive.
To an extent.
Yeah,
Duke,
for a while.
Then Duke just pulled away. But like these are 6 freshmen and potential 7 because what's his name? Fox for Kentucky. I forgot about him. But like you have these are 7 freshmen, and like more than likely most of them are gonna all 7 could be potentially be one and done.
I think you're right about Lonzo Ball. I think
Lonzo Ball might be one and done. He might be the number 1 overall pick in the draft in the 2017 draft. Harry Giles, if he comes back and just balls out, could make an argument for him to be number 1. And Malik Monk, he might just he's a top. He might be a lottery pick because his athleticism is just.
He can really shoot the basketball.
He can shoot the ball, and he's super he's insanely athletic. He's not Lonzo Ball athletic. But
he's nice. He can really shoot it.
He can shoot the ball. And Miles Bridges, that's a big man.
And if he can shoot the ball, he can be in the NBA a long time.
Miles Bridges is a big man. Like I said, he's averaging 16 and 8 by the time the tournament rolls around. That should be at least 18 and 10. Same for Jason Tatum, just 15 and 10. Frank Jackson is probably going to stay right where he's at. Probably increase his points by 3. So 18 points and give him maybe 4 assists a game.
Especially if his minutes get increased. If he gets a bigger place in the rotation. And
Harry Giles had, like I said, he has the potential to be the number 1 overall pick. He just has to come back from his injury.
What's wrong with him?
I think he had a broken leg. No, he tore an ACL before the season even started.
He's not going to be the first overall.
He potentially could be.
No.
Yeah.
No, he'll go back to school. He'll get 1 season for Coach K. Coach K's not going to tell him to come back.
I think he's going to. Did he say he's going to play eventually this season?
He's going to play eventually.
Really?
At some point.
We're notorious,
No, because he rehabbed all summer and then.
Oh, it was even before.
It was like I said, it was before the season started.
Oh, okay. Never mind. They can come back and turn.
So I don't think he hasn't played 8 games this season. He hasn't played so far, but he will.
And honestly, you have to measure out in the ACC championships tournament and the tournament. So. You get some ball. You get some time.
He's got a long time to be healthy and prove that he's healthy. Because I don't know if I'm taking anybody coming off an ACL tear as with the first pick in the draft.
I'd take Lonzo Ball immediately if I was Philly.
They're not going to have the first overall pick.
Whoever gets the first overall pick.
We
don't know who's going to get the first overall pick.
It's going to be Dallas. Their team is terrible. So they somehow beat us. But let's stay away from the NBA. We're not doing the NBA today. We're going to go to the NFL. And we're going to talk about
what was that again?
The NFL.
There you go.
And we're going to talk about our boy. We're going to talk about our boy, Colin Kaepernick, screwing me over in fantasy this week.
Why did you start him?
Because he was playing against the Bears, and I didn't think it was going to snow. Even though I should have known, because I watched the weather segment in our broadcast, and she mentioned snow.
Do they have any wide receivers?
They have Jeremy Curley,
Torrey Smith,
and I tried to make a case for him early in the season. And he's off my fantasy team.
They have Torrey Smith, but
they got Vance McDonald.
Yeah.
Carlos Hyde is a pretty good running back.
That's the only bright spot
for San Francisco. It's Carlos Hyde.
Yeah,
and
that's my voice goes high.
Don't they have Quentin Patton?
And fun fact about Colin Kaepernick. This was his first time playing in the snow. And it did not go well for him.
No, not at all.
I'm pretty sure he had 5 yards.
And he voided his contract, so he's going to be a free agent after this season.
Yeah.
I mean, who's gonna take him though? Cleveland?
No.
Chicago.
No, I think it's
Chicago.
I think his career is a wrap.
Do you realize if we? Did you see the booze that he took today?
So.
The fans are not gonna want that.
Okay.
I don't think. I think his career is. I think it's a wrap.
Yeah, I think he's done.
So disrespectful.
I realize this, but I don't think any all the bad. Dude, he's been brutal. Like he's been all right. I mean, because he's playing on San Francisco, so it looks really good. But like, they haven't won a single game with him as their quarterback. Not even on accident.
But like you said, like it's him and Carlos Hyde. What's he gonna do?
And Quentin Patton.
He's performed well, and I mean,
who is he?
he's a wide receiver.
Quentin Patton's injured. Stop. And Quentin Patton. I can't even say his name because I'm so angry at you for saying his name.
Who?
Yeah, Quentin Patton.
Once again, who?
He's a wide receiver.
He is no one.
The Grinch Stole Christmas. Who'sville? Who?
He is no one.
Come on now.
Like legit, outside of Carlos Hyde and because Carlos Hyde and Colin Kaepernick are those two.
Oh, it's Sean Drone.
Who?
He's the backup running back.
Who?
He's a nice player.
That's why the Bears kept him, right?
It's not the same one.
Yes, it is actually.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, all right, whatever. But
Yeah.
he's all right. He had a nice run.
Yeah, a very nice run.
Wow.
I'm glad, man.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was good. I'm glad he had a good run.
I'm just saying, like he has, and all the stuff that comes with Colin Kaepernick now. I just think he might have
overstayed his welcome.
I think he might. Yeah, I think it's over, dude.
So when Colin Kaepernick's on someone else's team next year, what are you gonna say?
Good for him.
Okay then.
I love how we were talking about like.
But where is he gonna go?
There's a bevy of places to go. Like
Where?
One, Chicago's a destination.
No, but keep going. I could say New York Jets. That's probably the only scenario.
They have Fitzmagic.
He's gone.
With all that whining and whining,
and they have Bryce Petty. And
I want to leave the studio.
And you know who else they have?
Oh no!
I'm not even gonna mention his name because I don't want to upset anyone.
Why,
but he's not gonna go there. He's not gonna go there.
Yes, he is. But
no, he's not, dude.
I can see that. I don't want to see him going.
What if he goes to St. Louis?
Running quarterback.
What if he goes to St. Louis?
Yeah, Jared Goff.
L.A.
Well, yeah, L.A.
St. Louis
Jared
doesn't have
Goff.
a team anymore.
Yeah, Jared Goff.
He could go to St. Louis then.
He'll play for the Blues or the Cardinals, but he's not playing for the
Did he play
Rams.
baseball? Does he do baseball things?
Yeah, he played baseball.
Yeah, he played for the Cardinals.
Background.
Arizona, maybe, potentially.
I think Jay Cutler's gonna end up in Arizona.
I could see that. Larry Fitz would get a lot of balls over his head, but a lot of balls.
I think that would be a good fit for Jay Cutler.
I love how we make this whole segment about the Bears 49ers game. We were talking about the Bears.
No.
We just talk about how Jordan Howard's the second leading rusher of all rookies.
Doesn't matter because
Who cares, dude?
He's probably gonna break Matt Forte's record.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Isn't he at 8? He's 847.
He has been a pleasant surprise. I don't know what else you want me to say.
He's been a good surprise. He's a bright spot.
Pleasant surprise.
Cameron Meredith is looking all right.
What about that?
Matt Barkley. I'm not even going to talk about Matt Barkley because
he's been okay.
He's been all right. What's
but
his
he played against
name?
the 49ers, and like everybody looks good against the 49ers.
Nick Krakowski. Is that how you say his name? Linebacker. Huh? Kiwatowski. He's looking really good at linebacker. Leonard Floyd's looking like a first round pick.
49ers. Everybody looks good against the 49ers. That's why they haven't won.
I'm saying overall.
They looked really good in the game they won. The 49ers.
Jordan Howard has looked good all season. Other than the 49ers.
Yes, I'll give you that.
And Leonard Floyd has. He's looked like the first round pick.
Yeah, he's played 10 games. He's had 6
all the names I mentioned are not just because of this game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, he had the safety that basically ended the game where it was already
and he stared at the 2 people in that end zone.
It's cold, man.
No, they were selling. Did you hear the story of them selling like cheap tickets because nobody wanted to go?
I wanted to kind of try.
I kind of wanted to go too. I had to go.
I think the Redskins game I might go.
I think Cap has a few.
Anyways,
I don't think it's all said and done for Cap.
Did you guys see the video where this 49ers celebrated a touchdown that wasn't a touchdown? I guess there's a video.
Yeah. It was off a kick return and they had a penalty. Oh. And then they got a penalty on that because they went diving into the snow.
Wait. Speaking of penalties, okay, so Marquette King, who is the punter for the Oakland Raiders, got a penalty today for picking up a penalty flag, celebrating with it, and throwing it on the ground.
You can't touch it.
Yeah. And the announcer for that game, it was Oakland and Buffalo, said that was a Bush League move on account of a punter
So he Ron Burgundied himself? Bush League? Like, I mean, it was in California, so it works, I guess.
I mean, like, first off, I didn't expect an announcer of that man's seniority to know the term Bush League, so I was surprised by that.
Dude, you're not supposed to touch the flag. It's very simple. Don't touch it. Just don't even pick it up. Why pick it up? You never see anybody.
Maybe he didn't know that.
Like, how do you not know that? It's gonna be like
there's a lot of hidden rules that I don't read.
You never see anybody touch the flags.
Wait. So you mean to tell me when they had their meetings, like before they when they had their meetings,
like,
hey,
the flags are off limits.
No one touches the flag.
I'm sure.
Absolutely, no one touches the flag.
Even if the ref forgets it, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
I'm sure that happens at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the season, when they all meet, they're like, listen, you can't have to touch the flag.
You can't touch the flag, or you get a timeout. I don't know what like.
Especially if you're a Marquette King, a punter.
Yeah, but he's actually a good punter. B, he looks like a linebacker.
And C, he is the only black punter in the NFL.
Yeah, minority. Come on, I like it.
I
love it.
And Oakland is good.
Love it.
He's fast. He's really fast.
He used to be a receiver in college.
He could be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He used to be a receiver in college.
I'm surprised the Raiders don't like use him in more formations, like random stuff. Like
no, he was a receiver in college, and then I forgot.
Like you line up to punt, and then you have like who? I bet they have somebody who played quarterback like in college on their roster that they could play and like do the wildcat and switch it on, and they'll have the punter go out in motion out for the wide receiver and just have him like throw. Like
I mean, Amari Cooper's probably done something like that with Lane Kiffin. Amari Cooper could play quarterback that one snap.
No, dude, he didn't play quarterback in college.
Nah.
It's hard to play quarterback in the NFL. Did you see like Le'Veon Bell?
Oh, I thought you were about to say it's hard to play quarterback.
You just threw it away. It's like, there's nothing there. Just throw it away.
Or how about that? Like, did they have a play where there was like a wide receiver going out to like the bootleg out, and he was like going to throw it, he threw it like a bad interception. I can't remember the game. I think it was on Thursday. Cordell Patterson.
Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, he went like rolled out and he threw it, and like it should have been a pick.
All right. So in other NFL news, tonight's game, but the Sunday night game between Carolina and Seattle, Seattle safety Earl Thomas suffered a broken leg.
He fractured the big bone in the tibia.
Okay, so
I think
while he was in the locker room, he sent out a tweet, and that tweet said he was thinking about a lot of stuff, and retirement was on that thought list. So at the end of this season, does Earl Thomas retire?
No, I think he's just like one of those things where he's just like in the moment where he's just like, I don't know if I want to go through this again, like this rehab, because it's gonna suck. Like you have to cast, like that's not I'm pretty sure you have to have. He's probably done. I'm pretty sure you gotta have like a bone, like they gotta put screws in.
So So in other words, he's probably done for the season. Rest of the season.
Oh yeah. This is the tweet. This game has been so good to me, no regrets. A lot is running through my mind, including retirement. Thanks for all the prayers.
I do not think he'll retire.
You don't think he'll retire?
No, I think he's just like you know when he like sometimes when you have like a bad, like you have like you go to an exam and you don't do well on it, and you're just kind of like, man, I kind of want to just drop out, but you don't drop out, so you keep going. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, like he's a millionaire and we're not, so
yeah, I was gonna say.
I know they're not exactly the same.
And he's a Super Bowl winner.
So he really doesn't have to play again.
Meanwhile, we got as long as he's managed his money well.
Like meanwhile, we got to go to class after we failed that exam.
Yeah, or forget to write that 8-page paper at night, or
yeah. But I mean,
like that happens.
You could easily just throw in the towel. I mean, like, I gave a shot. I tried. I made an effort.
So he comes back.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Yeah, he comes back.
Okay, he comes back
next season. I think this season's out of the question.
Next. Yeah,
totally
obviously next season. Yeah. All right. Other than that, Jeff Fisher.
Mr. Average. So we just talked about this, like how, like Jeff Fisher, like because he's fighting with Eric Dickerson, who's like
he is God to the Rams.
Like, I don't know how.
Like him and Kurt Warner are like run the place.
Like
if Kurt Warner wants some changes, Kurt Warner comes in and gets the changes.
Why isn't Kurt Warner being the kind coach then?
Like those two.
Kurt Warner doesn't want to be the head coach.
But it's not just those two. Like it's Dickerson, it's Warner, it's Isaac Bruce, it's Torrey Holt,
Falk,
like. Marshall Falk, like if those five were to walk into the LA Rams, like they are treated like God. Like you treat them better than you treat God. Because if it wasn't for them, the Rams would have total irrelevancy. And so would Jeff Fisher, by the way. Like let's just throw that out there. The greatest show on turf. Yeah. Wasn't that Jeff Fisher? Like
No,
he was on the other side of
Mark
that.
Marks, there you go. Mark Marks.
Yeah,
sorry.
It was Mark Marks.
He was on the other side of that.
Dick Vermeil.
He was on the Steve McNair side of that.
Dick Vermeil.
with Mike Martz as the OC.
But anyway,
Jeff was not a good coach.
Mike Martz?
Yeah. I remember where he coached, he was horrible as a head guy.
But anyway, he has this little beef with Eric Dickerson requesting, okay, so if you're in the Hall of Fame, you already get sideline passes to whatever team that you played for.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you automatically get. I think it's including you get 4. So you get 1 for you, and you get 3 for friends. I think Dickerson was asking for a few more. Like he was asking for more than what they were giving him, and Fisher said I don't think he probably said no or whatever, and then Eric Dickerson.
That's so disrespectful.
Then Eric Dickerson was like he said he would never go to another Rams game as long as Jeff Fisher is the head coach. And people that know Eric Dickerson know that he is a man of his word. He is not going to step foot in the Coliseum as long as Jeff Fisher is the head coach. And anyway, it's sideline passes. What harm could be? Jeff Fisher turned him down because Eric Dickerson was very critical of the Rams on his radio show.
Everybody's critical of the Rams. They stink.
That's why he said no.
They're mismanaging Jared Goff. They're not doing. They have no offensive weapons. Todd Gurley's regressed. They don't have. Tavon Austin looks terrible. Wasted. And they traded up to get him.
And on top of that, Jeff Fisher tried to put it off on the players. The players didn't want him on the sideline because he hurts their feel. Pretty much he's he pretty much saying the players on the Rams are little kids because they don't want a grown man criticizing them on how terrible they are, and they give this man a 2-year extension. He's 4 losses away from the most losses in NFL history as a head coach. 4 losses away. He's going to get that this season.
Oh yeah.
What'd you say his career coaching record is?
He's 8-8. He's right around 500.
He's 8-8. He's been a head coach for 22 years. His last playoff appearance, not win, appearance, was 2003. Who was his quarterback for the Titans?
It had to have been
Vince Young. Was it Vince Young?
No way. Vince Young was way
No, he didn't like Vince. He never wanted Vince Young.
No. This is way after Steve McNair.
Steve McNair was...
Pretty sure McNair had gotten murdered by that point.
Collinsworth? No, they had... I know they had Kerry Collins, but...
Collins.
That was in 2007. They went to they started out 7-0.
9-0 or something like that.
Yeah, they started out 9-0 and they got beat by the Jets. They still made the playoffs that year.
His last appearance came in 2003.
No,
they blew it.
2011. They were 13-3 one year and then they just lost.
Maybe his last playoff win was in 2003.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure
he made the playoffs after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vince Young went to the playoffs one year with Vince Young.
His win. My fault. I said appearance. I meant win.
Yeah, and then they had that Kerry Collins team that went 13-3 that just lost.
You don't even I don't remember who was my receiver.
Kerry Collins and Kenny Britt.
Kenny Britt's been around that long?
Yeah, Kenny Britt's an old man.
Jesus.
He had a 50-point fantasy night.
Okay, but bottom line is this dude is he is the king of ineptitude. He's the king of mediocrity.
Goose Johnson was the running back.
The CJ2K.
I think that was the year he went for 2K.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
He never
got 2K again.
But it's still a really cool nickname, CJ2K.
But
I know it's his initials in the word 2K. But it's super fun.
This is a dude. This is a head coach who is 8-8 is a good year for him, and this is a coach who this is why the Rooney Rule is a joke. Let's be this is coaches like Jeff Fisher is why the Rooney Rule is a joke. You can talk about Marvin Lewis all you want.
I was not gonna talk about Marvin Lewis. Tomlin.
Okay, but
Dungy, Bobby Smith.
Wait, Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
Why am I? Wait a minute.
He's benefited from the Rooney Rule.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But outside of them.
Well, I mean, there's been other African American coaches that have been in the NFL.
Outside, I understand that, but
Todd Bowles.
Okay, I get that, but 22 seasons, 22. Haven't had a playoff win since 2003. Lovie Smith goes 10-6 in his last season, and he gets fired. Then he goes to Tampa Bay for 2 seasons, and they fire him. Now he's demoted to the college level.
To U of I.
He's making a lot of money.
Are you kidding me?
To U of I, where people go to die. To U of I.
Listen, Jeff Fisher. he must be in with the good old boys, dude. And like the Rams must think he can like turn it around.
With what? You just said it. They're wasting their first pick of the draft. Jared Goff is not going to develop anything under Jeff Fisher.
Yeah,
nothing.
But he's proven that he can like.
And they traded up to get the kid.
And they're refusing to play him. Yeah, I know, but like the Case Keenum is sometimes capable of.
Why Case Keenum?
He threw more touchdowns than anybody in the history of college football.
Okay, in college football, Jordan Lynch was a good college football quarterback who has a Heisman Trophy winner. We don't know how that happened.
Nearly as good as Case Keenum.
I'm just saying. Lamar Jackson's going to win the Heisman Trophy. I don't think he's going to be in the NFL.
He's definitely going to be in the NFL.
Thank you.
As a quarterback? As a quarterback?
Yes.
That's a different discussion for a different time. The point is, you're wasting that kid's years. You regressed Todd Gurley, who was supposed to be a monster.
Yeah.
And Aaron Donald isn't the same Aaron Donald as last year, too. So your defensive-minded coach is regressing all his players, including his defensive stars. And you lost Janoris Jenkins to contract because he doesn't want to go play here. And you lost so many other contracts. You're not getting anybody wanting to go to L.A., even though it's L.A. and the shining stars. And
they're gonna have a big stadium, and like Jeff Fisher's gonna be the coach. Like,
who would you rather have as a head coach, Jeff Fisher or Lovie Smith?
Lovie Smith.
It's close.
No, it's not.
In what world?
This is close.
In what world?
Their records are probably like.
No, they're not. They're not even close. I'm pretty sure Lovie Smith has a better record and a better playoff record than him.
I bet it's close. For both of them.
They're both all won a Super Bowl. That's about how close
Jeff
it is.
Fisher has been coaching for 22 years.
Jeff Fisher also was closer to winning his Super Bowl. He was 1 foot away.
Still lost.
Still lost.
Hold on, Lovie Smith. What is his NFL coaching record? Real quick.
We're gonna fact check this for you, so we don't look like total.
Where's that Jeff Fisher thing I had up?
That's why we have technology. Yeah, the article you found him with his symmetrical mustache article. Like, come on.
Oh, Jeff George.
He Googles Jeff George. He continues to type.
Actually, he looks like Jeff Fisher, so it's okay. There you go. There's that mustache.
There you go.
Thank you, Google.
All right.
Because we're kind of smart. Hopefully we'll get somebody from Google if I drop his name. Look at that symmetrical
His median record is 8-8.
I mean, Lovie Smith has a better playoff record than him. I'm gonna say that right now. He's 5-6, Lovie Smith is what? It's got to be 7-6.
Lovie Smith is 89-87 as a coach in the NFL.
Okay, still better than Jeff Fisher.
Barely. It's like the same.
No, it's
pretty close to average.
What's his playoff record?
Because that's like, and not to mention like he did spend like 2 years in Tampa Bay, and 1 year his second year was better than the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 13-3 in 2006 with the Bears, and then
the Super Bowl appearance. 11-5 a year before that with Kyle Orton. And they lost to Carolina in the divisional round.
10-6 his last season. And they missed the playoffs. It was a winner get in situation, and they lost.
Lovie Smith is 3-3 in postseason.
No, he's not. That's a lie. That has to be a lie because 11-5 loss, 2 wins.
He's 3-3.
2 wins in the 13-3 season.
Yeah. It's still a better record than Jeff Fisher in the playoffs. That still actually helps me. At least he doesn't have a 3-4 record.
5-6. 3-3. It's like the same.
But 22 years coaching though, compared to how many years was Lovie a head coach in the NFL? He's probably half.
8.
Less than half. Like, come on.
I think we're doing I don't think we should be comparing Lovie Smith and Jeff Fisher. I don't think that's really super fair.
Like, come on, like, how does Lovie Smith...
His Bear record is really good.
Like, how does Lovie Smith
go... He's 81-63 as a Bear.
Like, how does Lovie Smith go 10-6 in his last season, and, like, after that, the door pretty much closed on him, even though he got 2 years in Tampa?
That's because the NFC North that season was very up. And, like, 10-6 was only good enough for third in the NFC North, and it wasn't good enough to make the playoffs.
But Jeff Fisher can be below 500 year after year after year and keep his job and get contract extensions. But Lovie Smith is coaching college football right now.
I'm telling you,
the Rooney Rule works. It definitely works.
I do not think like Jeff Fisher's race is the reason he's still the coach of the Rams. I mean, I'm sure it's not hurting him, but I don't know, dude. I think I think it's dangerous to make that kind of assumption.
It's definitely not.
It was more dangerous to me to make the assumption about Charlie Strong getting fired than it is about Jeff Fisher keeping his job.
It is not.
I think it's dangerous.
Like you said, Mike Tomlin, but Mike Tomlin has had success coaching.
And Tony Dungy.
And Tony Dungy. And Lovie Smith.
Tony Dungy's a Hall of Famer.
Todd Bowles?
No. What has he done?
Nothing.
I'm just bringing up
He hasn't won.
I'm just bringing up another guy.
He hasn't won. Like Todd Bowles would be lucky if he keeps his job for next year.
I think he might be out.
Yeah, I think
I am the prophet. What are you talking about?
The Rooney Rule only applies to when you get hired for jobs. It doesn't have anything to do with
It has nothing to, no, the Rooney Rule requires all 32 teams to interview a minority candidate.
Yeah, but this isn't. They're not firing anybody. They're not hiring anybody new. They're extending his contract. They're not helping. They're not like making a job search.
It should be
for every contract extension.
It should be.
So when Mike Tomlin wants to have his contract,
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Jeff Fisher's case. There's no way he should have an extension. There's no way they should. Why would that team want 2 years of Jeff Fisher football?
I don't know, dude. But like they must
because they really believe in that defense.
The Rooney Rule doesn't apply in this situation, really, even. Because we're not looking for a new head coach. We're not hiring somebody new. Yeah, they should be. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, the guy from New England should be getting some calls.
Josh McDaniels?
No, the defensive coordinator.
Oh, dude, that guy looks awesome.
Matt Patricia.
Yeah, he looks like a guy that you can have a beer with.
Yeah.
in like Tennessee.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he looks like a guy with a cowboy hat.
Wait. Why Tennessee?
Because he
looks like a Southern guy. I don't know.
You know what he looks like?
I do not. I'm sorry.
Oh, Matt Patricia, he looks like me, only fatter and like, you know.
Can we have that? Can that be the graphic for this week's triangle? It's Matt Patricia and David Huffman.
But bottom line, I am very upset that Jeff Fisher got a contract.
I'm with you on that.
I don't care, to be totally honest with you. I think the Rams. It's funny that he's still there. I think the Rams. I think it's funny that they just like Eric Dickerson went out and made this statement how he's not going to watch a single Rams game until Jeff Fisher's gone and they extend him.
It's so bad. So
it must be what they think of Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson should come out tomorrow morning and be like, "I'm disowning the Rams."
He will be. He will. I'm sure he will. When he goes on his radio show, he's gonna rant and rave.
He's gonna go.
And then the rest of the season's gonna play out. The Rams are gonna be like, "Oh, we made a big mistake," and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, we should have fired him."
But
now we're stuck with him.
We're 4-12 now. Yeah.
A good example. Like, look at the path that Hugh Jackson had to take just to become a head coach again when he shouldn't have been fired out of Oakland.
And now he's gonna probably be the
fired out of
team.
Cleveland.
And now he's
not.
No, he's not. He's not gonna get fired out of Cleveland. I just think. I don't know. Yeah, I'll agree with you with the Hugh Jackson.
Like, look at the path that Hugh Jackson had to take. He went 8-8 in his last season and got fired.
Yeah, but that's like Al Davis stuff, and like he was in the midst of his like being
dying.
old.
He's literally dying.
Like he just fired coaches. Like he went through. Like, Dennis Allen got fired, and they fired like him.
Dennis Allen was not a good coach.
He still wasn't. He still
Dennis Green?
No, Allen. He was the guy after Tom Jackson, or Hugh Jackson. Yeah.
Oh, we talked about Dennis Green. He was the head coach.
He passed away.
And who thought we were?
Yeah,
May he rest in peace.
But Hugh Jackson. But Al Davis was always erroneous, like firing people, like the Lane Kiffin firing when he like held that press conference.
Lane Kiffin deserved it.
Basically called him a big fat liar.
It was like 5 hours of calling him a big fat liar.
Hey, true false. Hey, true or false? Jeff Fisher doesn't finish out that 2-year extension.
True. I don't think he's got a chance.
Like he's done after year 1.
I don't think he'll even get through next season.
Wow.
So they extended him just to
fire him?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. But I'm telling you, things are gonna go south in the LA. That's like this. This is exactly how you don't do it. If you're like you move a team to LA, and then you get into a fight with like the franchise player who's been like the guy when he was like in LA when the Rams last time the Rams were in LA. Like Eric Dickerson was the man. He holds the rushing. He holds the rookie rushing record. He holds the season rushing record. Like probably records will never be broken.
Like arguably the best football player in that franchise's team history. Like Marshall Faulk will have something to say about that.
But he was in St. Louis. Kurt Warner, St. Louis. Isaac Bruce, St. Louis. All of those guys in St. Louis. Like Eric Dickerson,
those records didn't travel with them.
I'm sure they did.
They did, but if you're talking about L.A. as opposed to
yeah.
Like, I get it.
Eric Dickerson was in L.A. the last time. Like he's like the L.A. fixture. Like you should put him front and center of your franchise. Like this, we're back.
Like build him a stadium. Like build him a statue outside the stadium.
Yes, you build him a statue.
But you get what I'm saying though. Like
yes, but like so you like and then you you have this figurehead, and you let him get into a fight with a head coach like Fisher, and then you extend him. It's why would you do that?
You chose this mediocre head coach over the best player in your franchise's history.
Yeah, and they're not he hasn't even the players his players aren't developing.
Nope.
They're not getting any better.
They're regressing, like you said.
Kenny Britt's your best receiver. What
Torrey and Tavon Austin is your best weapon.
And Brian Quick.
Brian Quick they traded for him,
and
he was a bust wherever he came from too. San Francisco.
I'm pretty sure it was Philadelphia, but regardless.
No, he was drafted in San Fran, and then they traded their bust.
Way.
They traded their bust for their bust, like they traded bust. The guy from Illinois, they traded that guy from Illinois who was drafted by the Rams, and then they traded for Brian Quick.
Okay.
I
don't
something Jenkins. With Illinois.
Oh, Austin Seferian-Jenkins?
No, that's not him.
No?
I'll think we'll talk about it later. I'll look it up. But
say what?
Yeah,
that's a cool name.
Let's do some true false stuff. Come on.
All right, true false.
Let it rip.
This true false is gonna bounce all over. We already did one with Jeff Fisher. They said he doesn't live out his extension.
That's so true.
So we did a podcast earlier with.
He might get fired anyways. I'm telling you, dude. This Eric Dickerson thing, dude.
That is a big deal.
I think it's gonna blow up. I think that tomorrow when Eric Dickerson goes on his radio show, I think he's gonna have some words, and I think people in LA are gonna start talking. They're people are gonna boycott the team.
Snoop Dogg already said Jeff Fisher got to go, but that's neither here nor there.
When Snoop says it, it's real.
But okay. So we did a podcast earlier where one of our other colleagues, Derek, said that Westbrook would get 35 triple doubles on the season. He got another one tonight, so that puts him at number 10, and we are over 20 games in. So he has a triple double in less than half the games. So, true or false, Westbrook gets at least, I'm going to say 30.
No, we're going to keep it to where Derek's at 35.
I'm still taking the line.
I'm still taking the line and over. I'm getting 40.
Because
I don't
in 2014, how many did he finish with? Because he had
20.
He finished with 20, and he's already halfway there.
19, something like that, yeah.
19, 20 triple, and he's already halfway there. So, he's probably going to eclipse that.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I'm taking the line.
I don't know.
I'll take over the line.
I'm going to take less, I guess. But I don't.
David speechless on that.
Westbrook is doing some stuff that I can't understand.
All right, as of right, we all pretty much agree that Cutler is out of Chicago.
Yep.
True or false? Deshaun Watson is the next Chicago Bears quarterback.
Absolutely false. You take Jabril Peppers if Jabril Peppers is there. You take the best player.
I don't think he'll be there. Because of that win today. Yeah.
We drop from 3 to 4, and we lose out on.
Deshaun Watson,
yeah, because the Niners are going to need a quarterback, the Browns are going to need a quarterback.
Browns are not going to take a quarterback. Browns are going to take a defensive player.
No, they need a quarterback.
They need a quarterback, but I think you get a Renzo and you build your defense.
I agree with him.
No. They tried that already.
You tried 20 million quarterbacks. That's not working either.
They tried a rental in RG3.
You're gonna try
RG3, we talked about this last year, because they got RG3 last year. That's why they didn't get the quarterback, and they missed out on Carson Wentz, who looks big time, and that looks like a really bad decision. They're not going to make that decision twice. They're going to take a quarterback.
Yeah, but then you failed Deshaun Watson's career. You failed Deshaun Watson or Deshaun Kaiser's or Chad Kelly's or whoever comes in that.
So you're just gonna sacrifice
or Jack Browning
Jake Browning.
They can side Jay Cutler and have him struggle for.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than just sacrifice.
No way, dude. No way. They still have Joe Thomas, who's still a pretty good left tackle.
Pretty good. He's still an all-pro left tackle.
Yeah, so you got a decent left tackle. That's all you got.
Stop disrespecting Joe Thomas. What has Joe Thomas done to you?
Well, no, I was
it's funny because last year he was bragging about Cleveland's offensive line and how
they lost Alex Mack.
He was like the left side of the left side of that line is phenomenal. Then they traded every single one of them and left Joe Thomas by his lonesome. And it's so that left side of the line you were talking about, yeah.
But their offensive line isn't the reason they're not good.
Oh no. Everything else other than the Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, the Cleveland Terrell Pryors. And they've shown that Isaiah Corral is a decent running back. They have Terrell Pryor. I think they're going to get.
Coleman's going to be all right.
I think they're going to take a quarterback. I think San Fran's definitely taking a quarterback. And who's in between? Who's at 3?
Jacksonville.
They're not taking a quarterback. They'll probably get a running back or something of that nature.
They need whatever they need. I don't know what it is.
They're not going to take Jabril, so I think we take Jabril Peppers. You don't.
Well, I don't want to talk about the Bears draft. It's way too early. Let's finish with the true falls, and then we'll make some picks. And then I want to go home and get some sleep.
We're already slab happy doing all these finals.
Oh my, yeah.
This is supposed to be 50 minutes long.
Oh well.
Oh well. We have a lot of time
Like
about.
okay, like let's just clear this. Do you ever really expect us to stick to the amount of time that you want? Like really?
I don't even. I just look at
True
it.
or false? What's the longest show we ever? The longest show ever done over hour and a half.
Well, since me and him have been here longer than you, we've done a few hour and 45 shows.
Hour 45?
Yeah, me and him and Izzy.
What were you discussing?
I don't know.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
That's because we always try to smash like all of this stuff into like.
But
like it was a lot.
And we always end up like going on random tangents where like we're just get like totally off track.
Like right now.
All right, come on, true false, come on.
One more.
Oh my god.
Give us one more.
All right, one more.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Chris Sale starts the season as a White Sox.
Yeah, true or false?
Ooh. Did you see the reports on the Nationals?
I say true. I don't like it, but I say true.
False.
I say true because Rick Hahn is so dumb. I think the White Sox organization is so dumb. They should have. It's impossible to just.
Wait. This is what he's talking about. Okay, so like the World Series champions, by the way, which happen to be their rivals, expressed some interest in Chris Sale. He came out and said, we will not work with, like, we will not like deal with the Chicago Cubs.
You don't want Schwarber as your DH. You don't want anything out of that trade. You don't want Candelario. You don't want Jimenez. You don't want any prospects. Baez.
He literally came out and said,
you don't want that.
They don't.
You can put Tim Anderson at second.
They don't
keep
want to
Baez
work
at short.
with the Chicago Cubs.
Are you kidding
White
me?
Sox are run by Jerry Reinsdorf.
That says it all.
And they're not going to rebuild like any other team rebuilds. They're going to try to find their Dwayne Wade and stuff him into the lineup. And they're going to
try. This is going to work. And when it doesn't work, they're going to make a bunch of excuses as to why it doesn't work.
And we're going to blame the players.
We're gonna blame the players, not the owners, not management. Like, they don't even have a manager right now.
We're gonna pay Adam Dunn for 3 years to hit
and then
nothing,
and then force him to retire when we get. No, that was LaRoche. I'm sorry. Then we get mad at another one of our players for him bringing his son into the locker room when he's been doing it ever since he came to Chicago.
And we're gonna trade. We're gonna trade for old Ken Griffey Jr. because it's gonna help us so much at the end of the season.
Yeah, he's their Dwayne Wade.
He was literally their Dwayne Wade. My God, that organization is just
next
awful.
True false, come on.
Like, you can't even explain it.
They're gonna.
And I know I'm the biggest Cubs fan, but God.
Jerry Reinsdorf's gonna have to like cease to exist.
Go to true or false. In the 2 years, the White Sox will play in Rosemont.
No.
Or not Chicago.
No, false.
If they sell a team.
False.
In 5 years, they'll be gone. All right,
in 5 years.
5 years, they'll be gone. True or false? Derek Carr cemented MVP with today's performance.
True. So true.
I think it's still up in the air, but
still up in the air?
I think he's got a like.
He's got a lead.
Man, I'm telling you, they should just give it to the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys. There's been nobody more important to this season than that offensive line. If it wasn't for that offensive line, Dan Prescott's not this good. Like Ezekiel Elliott's probably not this good. Like, that offensive line is the reason the Dallas Cowboys are getting good, because their defense stinks, and the reason they're on the field forever because their offensive line is incredible.
I mean, you're right. I wish there was like a team.
There's a technicality.
There is a technicality. I don't know like the full extent of it. But like the MVP award can be given to a unit like the offensive line.
Did they give it to the Hogs that 1 year? Didn't they win the MVP? I'm gonna look that up.
Not sure, but like you can give an MVP award to a unit instead of just an individual player.
Would they get mentioned is the thing? I don't know if they'll win it, but
they're getting mentioned like sports networks like ESPN and Sports Center, like they're mentioning them like, but it's like a joke. It's like well,
I've never heard anybody. I'm the first one to ever mention it. I've never seen anybody at ESPN mention it.
Well, Max Kellerman talks about it all the time.
He's a nutcase.
He literally replaced another nutcase who's an FS1 shooting with another nutcase.
And Shannon Sharp says it all the time because Skip Bayless talks about the Dallas Cowboys like every day. And
like it's his children.
And he tries to make an argument for Dak Prescott as MVP, and then Shannon Sharp, who's a Hall of Famer, by the way, 3-time Super Bowl champion, is like, no, if there's an MVP on the Dallas Cowboys, it's that offensive line.
Yeah. All right, let's make some picks for next week.
Because it's like you said, like not to cut you off, it's like you said, like on yesterday, like Zeke has 7, 8, 9 yards before he's even touched.
He has. Of the 12, he's got 1,200 yards rushing right now.
Yes.
600 of that is untouched. 600.
Untouched.
That's disgusting. That's
half.
He pretty much gets a first down before he's even touched.
600 yards untouched. That's like unheard of. That is unfreaking heard of. How do you have half your yards untouched as a running back? What's the next closest guy? Like I'm gonna look. That's
rushing,
rushing wise, like
no, I mean like
or without contact,
without yards before contact. Like who's the next closest guy? That's got to be like a record.
You talking like in the season or in history?
History.
AP would probably be
close
second.
No,
AP or even CJ
2K.
No, not even. No, maybe. Maybe because he didn't really get touched. If he got touched, TJ went down.
You don't get 2K. Yeah. and besides, like CJ, like he's not the biggest dude. So if he's getting touched, he's going down, like you said. Anyway, picks.
Raiders and Thursday night.
That's gonna be a good one.
Okay, that's the first good Thursday night game this whole season.
The Dallas game was good.
The Dallas Minnesota game was a good game.
Yeah, but okay,
that was a good game.
They still need to not have Thursday night football.
I totally agree. They should have Saturday night football.
Yeah. Okay. Saturday night football's better.
Yeah.
Preferably.
Especially since college football's over now.
And then usually a Saturday, like at least
so
a Saturday.
You would do Thursday night up until college football's done, and then
I would just have Saturday night football.
And like, here's the thing: like this Saturday for Christmas,
that's ratings though. Like they don't want to come. They
Christmas Eve would be a game.
No,
they don't want to do that.
The NBA.
Christmas Day's the NBA. Christmas Eve could be.
They paid the NFL to move their games.
To move their games to Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then they end up conflicting with each other anyway. So
but that would be the problem with college football.
They split the revenue.
But that would be the problem with college football if you move NFL games to Saturday.
I think
if
you have Saturday night games, if you have Saturday night,
well, I'm talking like regular season. Like
if you have a Saturday night game, there's not always a compelling matchup in college football late at night. Like it's some like Pac-12 team that are playing against each other.
Late at night,
which nobody cares about.
I'm picking Oakland. No, yeah,
we're gonna make the before
Kansas
I go on a tangent.
Kansas City.
I'm gonna go with Kansas City.
I'm picking Oakland.
I think it'll be really close.
For 3.5 quarters today, we look like geniuses picking Buffalo over Oakland, and then Derek Carr did Derek Carr things, and so yeah, I'm
Who
Oakland.
Picks Buffalo?
We both did.
We both picked Buffalo to beat Oakland.
Why?
Because
we talked ourselves into it.
We talked ourselves into it.
Yeah, I was like.
It's like we looked at it, we're like, and then he got to talking about the wagon sucker. Like, no one circles the wagon. I'm like, okay, you swayed me. I'm going with Buffalo, and like I said, for 3.5, like 2.5, 2 and 3/4 quarters, we look like geniuses because Derek Carr struggled, and then I just think Derek Carr should just play in the fourth quarter and just. Yeah.
Dude, no, but like, all of a sudden the Raiders decided like, no. We're not losing this game, and they just like couldn't stop scoring. They couldn't stop scoring.
And then like that defense turned up against Tyrod, like cause like it was 31-24, and then it was 38-24. I'm like okay, it's over.
They were losing 19-6.
It was like
at one point.
24. That's what happens when you have
24. Yeah, 24-9.
It was like 24-9.
At halftime.
And then they rallied, they rallied.
This is what happens when I literally just have finals and a paper to write today.
Like, Oakland just decided, like, not on ours.
Turn out Savage up.
Not on this day?
Yeah, dude, they decided. All right, Washington and Philly.
Washington.
Redskins.
I think Washington.
Washington team.
The team from D.C. I don't say that name.
Houston, the Colts.
Colts. Andrew
Luck.
I'll say Colts because I think Brock Osweiler is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. You wasted I don't know how much money.
$100 million.
Yeah, you know.
Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Cincinnati,
come on, dude.
No, for Marvin Lewis to lose his job for real, Cleveland needs to win this game. I want Cleveland to win.
He's not going to get fired.
I respect
if
Cleveland.
If Marvin Lewis doesn't get fired, I swear to God.
I respect Hugh Jackson.
What about the Rooney Rule?
No,
the Rooney Rule doesn't work here.
It does not.
All right, Tennessee and Denver in Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee too.
Tennessee's a good team. They have a bye week to plan.
They have a two-headed running back monster, and Denver's linebackers struggle with.
And Marcus Mariota's the key to this team.
And let's not forget about Tajay Sharp.
Moving on.
And Delaney Walker.
Well, Delaney Walker, yes. I'll give you Delaney Walker. You picked Tajay Sharp to have a big game against the Bears. Yeah. He couldn't even do that.
He had one catch.
Which was a touchdown, but...
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
No, it
wasn't? Arizona, Miami.
Arizona. Miami just shows they can't beat anybody.
I see Miami just because it's in Miami.
Miami.
I just think Arizona, even though they won today...
Arizona can still make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs.
They could, though.
Tampa Bay's making the playoffs.
If they win out,
because Denver won today, Denver and Miami just flip flop. So I'm thinking that's gonna be the trend. Especially if Tennessee beats Denver and Miami wins, they're just gonna keep flip flopping.
I think Miami's not a good football team, dude. They just beat some bad teams, and that's why they're in the way.
They're not a good football team, but it's in Miami, and neither is Arizona. Arizona's not a good football team.
Arizona has, I believe, more in the pieces that Arizona has than I do in the pieces that Miami has. Ryan Tannehill, Landry Jones, or whatever his name is.
I think Carson Palmer's going to get injured this game, and that's going to be
Jarvis
and
then
Devontae Parker.
Dude, Devontae Parker is a good wide receiver. Jarvis Landry?
Come on. Landry Jones.
The LSU boys?
Jarvis Landry.
I mean, sorry, the LSU Louisville boys? The L boys?
Yeah, Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Landry
Speaking of Jay Ajayi, Dolphins running back, he's British.
Yeah. Okay.
He's Brit, like fun.
Really?
Like, yeah, he's British.
Dude, is that an accent? Is
yes,
that
there's a slight accent.
Does he say bloody a lot?
No, he does not say bloody, but
he's a Rod Weasley.
No, he was he's Nigerian. Like he's Nigerian, and he was born to Nigerian parents in London, and they immigrated to the States when he was right before he started.
He can never be president.
Right before he started high school, and during his time in England, he was debating between soccer and football, like especially when he moved over, and his dad told him to play football because of the money. But he is the only football player, like American football, like a football player in the NFL that refers to football as American football. Like he's the only one that does that.
Oh, wow! I wouldn't have known that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. makes me like him better.
You can hear it on certain words, like
the great British Crusader.
Like you can hear it, you can hear his British accent on certain words.
Please, that's not a nickname. We're not. Arizona's gonna win the game. Miami, Chicago, and Detroit. They're going to the Super Bowl.
They're going to the NFC Championship.
They're going to the Super Bowl.
They're not going to do anything.
Matt Stafford has thrown his.
Oh wait, Detroit's at home too.
Super Bowl.
Detroit's going to win the game, and Matt Stafford's going to be in discussion for MVP.
And they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
They're going to the NFC Championship.
They're not going to go to the Super Bowl.
They're not going to the Super Bowl.
There's too many roadblocks for them to go to the Super Bowl.
They got it, dude. They're going to the Super Bowl. Pittsburgh versus Buffalo.
By the way, I'm picking the Bears just because I'm loyal. I know we're going to lose, but yeah.
Super Bowl. Lions. Pittsburgh is beating Buffalo.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's beating Buffalo. Pittsburgh's probably going to make that wild card spot just because it's Pittsburgh.
No, they're going to win the division.
No, I think Baltimore's a better team.
No, they're not. San Diego and Carolina.
You don't believe in the elite status?
No, I don't. Does anybody? I know he's got a ring.
Believe in the elite status of who now?
Joe Flacco.
Nobody
believes in Joe Flacco. San Diego and the Panthers? Check out the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers, too. Carolina's done.
Yeah.
Minnesota, the Jaguars?
Minnesota.
Jaguars.
That's the Jaguars. They have to win one game.
The New York Jets versus San Fran.
Wow. That's a horrible game.
This is worse than Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Will Colin Kaepernick start that game?
Yes, he will.
No. I think Blaine Gabbert will.
Doesn't matter.
The Jets are going to win.
The Jets are going to win that game.
Just like they're going to win tomorrow night.
Atlanta versus LA?
Atlanta.
Atlanta they folded.
Dude,
why do you throw Eric Berry's direction on a 2-point conversion, no less?
It's Julio Jones versus Eric Berry.
Dude, that was just...
You have a 50-50 chance of that going in your favor.
That's like a 50-50 chance, did it?
That's like the worst luck you could have.
But
that happened to 4.5 minutes of the game. They couldn't have got
foreseen it.
No, trying to recover from it, get the ball back again later.
Well, that's why Alex Smith is the ultimate.
Their defense is awful.
They shouldn't really just kick the ball. I mean, there's no two. I know they wanted to be up by 3 instead of being up by just 1 or being up by 2, so they have that field goal cushion.
So they went up.
But then trusting your defense and not
to be up by 3.
Yeah.
I didn't see the game.
Yeah. They're winning by 1 point, and they went for a 2-point conversion to try to be up by 3 points.
Okay.
Eric Berry picked it off and took it to the house, and that's all they lost.
29-28.
He outscored 2 teams by himself today. Moving on.
Eric Berry.
Yeah,
yes.
He,
the 49ers and Miami.
He himself had 8 points, and he outscored the Dolphins and the 49ers.
That's funny.
Seattle, Green Bay, Seattle.
Yeah, what about New Orleans and Tampa Bay?
Skipping that one.
No, the Saints are going to win.
Wow.
They're going to go to Tampa?
Yeah.
And how hot Tampa's been?
They're going to go to Raymond James and win.
Yeah, I think Drew Brees is going to come out slinging because he didn't throw a touchdown today. And this was like his first game. Like, this snaps a streak of him 60 straight games of throwing a touchdown. So he's going to come out slinging.
Well, for my sake, he
yeah,
has to.
New Orleans.
yeah.
Oh, you're going to make him talk you in another game? Watch you lose this one now. All right, here's the thing. Jameis Winston, he's going to have his career game. He's going to have his game.
Well, if you're going to have a career game, you might as well do it against the worst defense in the NFL.
Not true. That's not the worst defense in the NFL.
It's pretty close.
It's close, but it's not.
I mean, it's not San Francisco's defense.
It's not Cleveland.
No, Cleveland's defense is
Or
better.
Jacksonville's.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, they're in the top 5-ish.
Top 5-ish? I'm at L.A.
Low 5. No, their defense is all right.
Seattle, Green Bay. Seattle.
Dallas and the Giants. I'm taking the Giants.
I'm taking the Dallas. Just because it's in New York doesn't mean anything. Dallas is a better team.
The Giants
just showed they can't play offense but can play defense.
The Giants are the only team to beat Dallas this season. I think they're going to get them twice.
I'm going to go with the Giants, and I'm going to say Dallas. I don't want Dallas to lose, but I'm saying they need to lose so they can come back down to earth. Like Michael Irvin tried to he tried to say that. He was like, this team needs to lose that one game to I think that's all.
I don't think this is the game they're going to lose though. I think they'll lose the Tampa Bay game because they have Tampa Bay next week.
I think the Giants are. Their defense is really good.
Outside of today.
Yeah, the defense is good. Well, I mean, even outside today, they only held Pittsburgh to 24.
That's
late points off of turnovers too from Eli throwing a pick and.
Did you see the pick? The one pick that he threw? He tried to
crossed the body to start.
You want to know the first thing I said?
How about that Lawrence Timmons interception where he threw it right to Lawrence Timmons?
You want to know the first thing I said when I saw him? The first interception Alex lamented to him. I'm like, that is the most Jay Cutler-ish thing you could do.
Throw right there.
Let's leave Jay Cutler alone. Baltimore and the Golden Boy.
Color me golden. I'm out.
Oh, that means the Ravens are going to make the playoffs.
Wait, what did you say?
I think the Ravens are the Golden Boy.
And I say color me golden.
I'm gonna do one thing. You
are not Ray Lewis.
I'm not Ray Lewis, but anyways, the Ravens are gonna win.
I'm gonna take the Golden Boy because I want the Ravens to lose.
I hate the Patriots, so you know where my allegiance goes to.
Yes, good. Everybody hates the Patriots.
I
know you don't, but everybody else does. I think that's a wrap for everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us in the Triangle. Peace out, everybody. Have a really good week, and if you're taking finals this week, good luck.
Good luck.
Peace out.
Finish the semester strong.
Come back.